Hey guys, Colleen Wynia here, your Reset Your Vibe Success Coach, bringing you opportunities to raise your vibration, so that you can attract in more health, wealth, love, money, magic. Okay, vibrant health, love, money, and magic. And I do it in such a way that I marry things together. And I wanted to give you 3 tips for tonight about how to raise the bar on the power of intention, how to use the power of intention for your very best. And the reason is because there is a full moon tonight, November the 12th, 2019. And this full moon, though I'm not an astrologer, is super powerful. So I thought I'd give you a really quick comparison here as I'm running out to teach kids about entrepreneurship. And so before we start, I'm going to end up giving you 3 short things that happened to me at this very powerful workshop last week. It was amazing. I created it, the opportunity, held the space for the women that were here, and I was so moved. We were all so moved. The texts coming in were just amazing and so life transformative that I'm looking at ways to consider how I want to take this work going forward. So who am I? I am an energy coach, Reset Your Vibes energy coach, helping you in areas of your body. So I am a transformational healer, counselor, body worker in North Vancouver, British Columbia, helping you in that regard. And I integrate it with natural health products that can help you raise your bar in your body while generating a second income. If that is something that you would love in your household, reach back to me. And in a full circle, I'm a spiritual coach, spiritual teacher. And so the workshop that we did was called Universal Signs, Universal Spirit Signs to Your Success, so that you can sort of, awaken your spirituality, more so raise your vibration in your body. So what happened is this. So 3 things here to help you create that power of intention, work for you and the power of the full moon. Number 1, at this workshop, I intended the best for people. I held a framework that I was going into this not fully clear, what's going to come of it. I knew something magic would. The way I did it was I just intended I wanted the very, very best for people. So that was the first thing. So whatever you feel that you're here to do in the world to help them, my aspect of teaching them about things around spiritual divine that they may not be able to see is how to tap into that energy so that it can serve them in improving their health, making their choices that they choose, each and every day. And it all worked around my 5-star approach, which is, where's my star? My star is over there, but it's a 5-point star approach, and it's around helping people tap into the elements of emotional wellness and expression, moving your body, priming your body with good nutrition, aligning your body spiritually and with love in your relationships and with yourself and with God. And 5th, monetizing, how to monetize your life, all for the purpose of high energy living healthy beyond 100. So first thing was I intended that the people at the workshop would get what they needed out of it, and that would give them a new raise within themselves, rewiring their brains so that they could go forward and bring more who they are into the world. The second thing that I did was I set a guideline. I set sort of a map, and I always do this where there's these videos where there's these guidelines, these points, 2-3 points, and then I follow and trust my intuitive guidance where I'm feeling led to share. And that takes practice, and it takes doing it over and over again. But essentially, it was about following this guideline. And so I brought people through this teaching that help awaken their minds to perhaps signs that are all around them each and every day that are guiding them to go, in the right direction or sort of the wrong direction, what it feels like in your body. And really tapping in, I did it through showing them how I've experienced for over 20 years loved ones who have passed over, that I've gone through a lot of grief and loss myself personally and helped others through and still do to this day. Tapping into signs to recognize them. So I started with that process, but it applied in all areas of their lives so that they could work through pieces awaken more wisdom in their mind and be able to follow, like, so I followed a map to start with, and then I went with the flow, right? So then you go with the flow, and when you're in your vibe, when you're doing what you love, you're kind of more in your flow. So number one, I intended the best for people. Number two, I held something that I was following. And what happened, guys, is leading up to number three here, which I want you to take into the world, is I hit a point where in the vibration of the evening, or the experience of it, I'm doing the following the PowerPoint presentation and what's coming through for me to hold space, and things are flowing. There's some feedback, but I could feel a bit of an energy vibration where that person, or one or two of them were right into it, and one or two of them was it was okay, but I could feel that there was more juice that they were supposed to get, but I didn't really have an answer, right? I didn't have a conscious answer. And so with that conscious answer, or lack of it, I should say, what I needed to do was just ask, so I asked divine, or I asked source. I said, hey, I want to, I know there's a greater result. I came in here to serve people. I'm open, I'm flexible, so show me. Well, I didn't get an answer right away. I didn't get a direct change in, doing something different. So if you don't in life have a clarity on exactly what to do different, you don't have to change everything up right now. Just, don't go scrambling. Just kind of stick with your initial plan. So I stuck with my initial plan, and I went through, the points, or the PowerPoint, and it felt pretty good. I knew there was wisdom there, and, I was getting feedback from their group, but there was something more that happened. And then all of a sudden, by me having the intention to serve people, but me following the plan, the greater result that happened was then trust yourself that you wanted more results. So I asked, what I call the divine source. I kind of asked God, or I asked, universe, and said, hey, you know what? There's more here to happen out of this workshop. What is it? I'm out of control. So I removed myself out of that experience, and it allowed like magic to open up, and the whole room, without giving away confidentiality, what, essentially what happened is I was guided to move. There was something that happened with one of the participants, and she started to feel things, and she started to kind of tap into something that she'd never felt before. It was amazing. And as we observed, and as we, kind of from our circle being a distance away from her, I was guided, and I trusted this following to just go over and put my hand on her. And then I invited the group to put their hand on her or be near her if they chose to, right? Allowing people to do what feels right for them. And that was just this great opening that was like, forget about the plan, forget about the guideline of the next thing to do, and trust that you're being divinely guided. And we just followed it. We went with what came up. And it was so pure. It was so magical. There was like joy and tears and release and like revelations. And there was just this like, oh my God, I've never experienced this before, right? So that's what people who work with me in private sessions, or even in this powerful workshop, which was tapping into, recognizing how to work with the signs of the universe, directing us, in our health and in our business and in our relationships. But I love that stuff because it calls you to be in the moment, like, like a live video here, or like a video that you're sharing with the world. And it also opens you up to, perhaps being judged. And that's going to happen because everyone's got their own kind of opinion. But all I knew was I trust it. So what I'd love you to do is I'm going to wrap on that and invite you to go into tonight, which is the full moon, November 12th, 2019. And even if you don't know what it is exactly that you want the form, to look like, the feeling. So I invite you to tap into the feeling. If it's a relationship that you're in the process of creating, or you have a health condition, by the way, reach out to me. I can help you with that. I can help you with your skin. I can help you with your body. I've got some really powerful tools and products and things that have changed hundreds of lives that people I've worked with. So I'd love to know you in that regard. But whatever it is you're working on next, writing a book, whatever it is, you have that intention that you're here to serve. And then follow your to-do map, follow your training, follow what it is that you've been guided to do or what you set up. And then I want you to, when you hit a feeling where it feels like you're not sure, I want you to ask. I want you to ask the universe, whatever your belief system is, if it's God you speak to, or your angels, or like me, your loved ones who've transitioned, who love to help out and cheerlead with you, whatever it is, whomever it is, intend and ask and wait for the magic to happen. And don't have to act. You don't have to act right away if you don't have an answer. And so that doesn't even touch on the incredible workshop that came out of last week. But power of intention and the full moon tonight, I want you to go into that night, into right now, and be able to, get some juice out of it by trusting. Just trust yourself. Go and you will get results. But it comes with rewiring your brain, as Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about. And it talks like practice and doing it. And I know whatever it is that you're working on, you're going to meet it. You're going to get an answer. You're going to get clarity. And if you want to reach back to me, direct message me, social media links below, and do take, an opportunity to, subscribe to my YouTube channel there. Click on the link and, click on the bell so that you can be notified of regular videos that I do post and teachings, and grab my free book, grab my free ebook. It's a short e-guide. It's 8 best steps to raise your vibration so that you can attract more vibrant health, love, money, and magic. So I'm Colleen Wynia, wishing you a beautiful experience this week, and let magic happen. Let magic happen and see, power of intention, the purity of your creations, because we're all connected. Let the divine work with you, and I'm at your service. Much love. Bye, guys.